Hey guys, welcome to the weekly dance tutorial. Today we have James here as a special guest. Yay! And today James actually has a question.
So, what I would personally like to learn is how to have patience when you are dancing. When you are in a cypher, when you're just in a place where there's music going and you want to show what you've learned, what you've been practicing at home. And I've found like a tendency in multiple dancers and including myself that I tend to rush. When I hear music, I get very excited and I want to just throw everything, and it kind of looks like a whole gobble of mess. It's just chaos. And I know, Ken, I've seen you dance. You have patience. You go into it with a patience. You're not exerting too much energy. You're not going too wild. But it's very controlled and is very visually appealing. So I guess the question is, how can I work on patience, or what advice would you have when it comes to dancing with a calm, patient vibe?
You're telling me that you want to learn how to be more patient when you dance, right? And first of all, we got to think about what patience is. Patience is a state of mind, I believe. So the way I practice how to dance patiently is actually quite simple. So a lot of the times you watch people dance and you can read their energy, and you can easily tell when someone's super high energy, super low energy, or whatever. And for me, when I read the crowd, usually when I go to cyphers, everyone's always high energy. So for me, I switch my mentality and I go, well, my state of mind right now is I want to be different. So in order to be different, I got to change my energy level. So how can I perform and do some low energy stuff to balance out the high energy stuff, right? So that's how I personally became a patient dancer, or a slower dancer, is because everyone's so hyped that I just want to bring in something different. So you have to want to be patient first of all, right? That's the first step, is to want to be patient and to recognize that in your headspace, I'm gonna be chill right now, and you have to say it in your head, and you have to really embody it first of all, right? Because it starts with the mindset, and once you can get yourself in that state of mind and just relax, right? Breathing actually helps a lot, right? Because a lot of people say, if you want to calm down, what do? Take deep breaths, right? Deep breaths, because when you stand in dance circles, it's actually super exciting and you want to put out a lot of energy, and that's actually very normal and very natural. So in order for you to switch it off, you have to just take a breath, right? And relax. Because if you want to be relaxed while you dance, you have to actually relax your body physically, right? So start with breathing, and then it's kind of like meditation almost, right? Because the way I see dance is meditation, because I'm controlling my breath while I move. I'm in a particular zone, right? My mind is in an empty state of mind almost, because when you're truly dancing and expressing yourself, sometimes your mind is actually it isn't even on per se, right? Or it feels like you're in the zone, and it feels like you're actually thinking of nothing. So to me, it's like meditation. So get yourself in that state of mind. That's step 1. Step 2, take a deep breath, right? Step 3, move completely slowly, and don't even think too hard, I would say, about your movement. Just let the music kind of take over. Listen to whatever songs you're doing, and a good way of practicing that is to play slow songs. Really slow songs, chill songs, songs with actual low energy, so that way your body could actually get used to like how it feels to be chill when you dance, right? Or patient, right? Because patience is really about timing. It's the wait and the opposite of anxiety, the opposite of being anxious, right, is to be patient. At least that's how I see it. So in order for you to calm down, right, you listen to some slow music and just dance as slow as you possibly can, without feeling like I gotta hit every single beat. Because another thing is, dancers are pressured, right, to perform well, to entertain, which is totally natural. And sometimes you gotta remove that part and just say, I'm not here to entertain, I'm just here to dance. I'm here to express myself. And right now, I want to be a patient dancer, not rush, and be clean. I want to hit everything the way I want to hit it, not freak out and get too hype and like overstep, my own like confidence and you know what I mean? So you want to be able to dance slow, right? Once you get your body used to dancing slow, you can actually feel your body, like you can feel like the muscle memory and how it feels. Like you can get used to how it feels to dance slow. From there, you can start speeding things up. You know what I mean? So you start at the very bottom of the energy level and you work your way up the ladder up until high energy. And then you can start doing exercises where you switch in between it based on the song, because some songs have buildups. So you don't want to be going 100% when the song is just like this.
Right.
You know what I mean? You want to be able to match the energy of the song. And that's why I think music is such an important part of dance when you're performing, at least. Because you can obviously dance without music, but when you have the music there, it's kind of like a guide to tell you how to move, right? And some people do that, some people don't do that, and that's fine. But for you, I feel like what would help is the part with listening to the part of the song where, hey, here's a low part of the, a low energy side of the song. Let me practice what I did in the room where you were like, okay, this is the slow part. Let me just take my time, right? Because you've already practiced it. And that's how you become patient, is because you recognize the energy level, and then you could decide, all right, I want to do it slow now, versus what am I doing? You're not giving yourself time to think. But once you start practicing slow, you start to notice that every time you move, like for example, if I'm here in my head, I'm thinking, okay, I'm doing a wave, but as I'm going slow, it gives me more time to think about my next move. So as I'm going here, by the time I get from here to here, I could be like, ooh, you know what? Maybe I want to throw a touch. See how long it took for me to think about that sentence as I was going slow? But on the outside, this is what you see. You see? Because I thought about it as I was going, and if you don't give yourself time to like breathe and think about the next move, then it's gonna be hard to control your dancing. You know what I mean? At least control the intention behind the dancing, because intention is all here. It's not with your body. Everything starts here. So in order to be patient, you gotta control this part first, right? And it will basically bleed into the rest of your body once you can take control here. So I guess to answer your question is to just practice slow, okay? And practice slow to the point where you get used to it, because you're gonna want to go fast. You're gonna want to go fast really badly, and by practicing slow, it's forcing you to be patient, right? But in a good way, because you're forcing your mind to go, hey, don't go fast, don't go fast, don't go fast. And the more you do it, it just goes, okay, don't go fast, got it. Right. You get a little more confident with your slowness, and then now you know the feeling of that slow and low energy. So when you go into a crowd, right, you go into a high energy place, you can easily pull up that feeling in your library, right? Because everybody has like a dance library, I like to call it, and you add that technique to your library. And once you get into the circle, you could easily be like, oh, let me look through my library. Okay, let's dance slow right now. And then you get it and you go, all right, let's go. Boom. And then you immediately, you take action, and then it becomes a part of your dance. You know what I mean? And then from there, you actually have time to switch and go through your library as you're going slow. Because when you have a dance library, you have a bunch of special moves, you have a bunch of techniques, you have a bunch of energy level changes and all this stuff that you've learned in the past, but how can you actually utilize it when you're not even thinking about it, right? So by having patience, it gives you time to think about it and have intention with every single move you do. So that's my answer. Someone else could easily give a completely different answer than me, but I feel like, if you're asking me, that's what I've got for you, because I feel like I've danced slow enough to be able to understand it well enough to explain it to you. So I hope that helps you.
It did. It did.
And like, I guess to give you some homework, try doing this, okay? Like I said, breathe, right? Play a slow song, and then do one move, but do it as slow as you possibly can. And while you're in that move, try to think of the next one. And that's it. Just think of any move other than that move for your next move, right? And then you execute. And then you're gonna start to realize that, holy crap, I actually have a lot of time to think, because your mind can think way faster than you speak. You know what I mean? So you could probably think of 10 moves as you're doing this.
Right.
Like it's kind of weird, but like dancing slow really helps with patience. So, and that's it for this tutorial. I know it wasn't a lot of dance moves, but I hope you got something from this tutorial that will help your dancing. Even though we're just talking about mindset, I hope it still helps you in any way. If it didn't, you can totally ask me more questions in Instagram at can.poriotics. Okay? All right. See you next time. Peace.